Just in another B&M store today and success. This time they've got all of the sets. Yeah, so we've got the War Doctor and Dalek, the 8th Doctor, they got the 7th Doctor. There it is. Ooh. Hello everyone and welcome to another B&M related video. In today's review, I shall be taking a look at the War Doctor and Dalek Scientist action figure set. Now today I picked this up in my local B&M and surprisingly I found that they had all three of the Doctor and Dalek 2-packs that they have released in B&M. So, without further ado, let's go through the packaging. At the top we get the Doctor Who logo with a promotional picture of the War Doctor beneath that, with a very nice stretched window to the side revealing the figures themselves. At the bottom we get the limited edition sticker yet again, the War Doctor and Dalek Scientist action figure set, 5+, the Big Finish and character options logos, and then the Big Finish story that this is from, which is A Thing of Gil. On both sides we get promotional images of the figures themselves, and then on the back we get a brief write-up about the Big Finish story. Also a very nice backdrop included, which is a still image of the Time War with various Dalek battleships, which is a very nice image to convey, and I think it is fantastic. So that's it for the packaging. Let's get the figures out of the box.
All praise the scissors.
Why? It's sellotape. So?
Starting off with the War Doctor figure. Now this has a bit of variation and a few minor tweaks in comparison to the original B&M release. Now for the jacket this time they've given this matte tone, which I do prefer because it has a lot less weathering and it just really brings out the figure, and I think there's just something about it that is a real improvement to the original. Now the weathering has been given a very orange battered look, which is very nice because it looks as if this is quite scuffed up and it has been worn for quite some time. And the belt buckle which runs across the chest, very nicely painted. Now the waistcoat this time has been given this very sort of crimson red colour because the original had sort of orangey yellow look to it, which I thought, it didn't really look that good, and this one sort of stands out a lot more. And they've even gone as far as to actually paint the silver chain. Taking a look at the head sculpt, it is a superb likeness to John Hurt. Now the hair has been given a white base tone with grey highlights, which really brings out the strands of hair and makes him look like he is actually aging, which I think is a fantastic attention to detail. Trousers are quite a peach colour. Now it is hard to see in different lights. Sometimes it looks dark and then other times it looks lighter, but it is in fact a peach colour with a very dirty wash, which brings it out fantastically. And we've even got the creases. Turning to articulation, the head can move from side to side but is slightly hindered from the collar, so can't do a full 360. Now the arms can do a full 360 and bend at the elbows. There is also bicep articulation, wrist articulation, I think, yeah. Also got sockets at the shoulders, which is just absolutely brilliant. And we don't really get this on Doctor Who figures often, so it's nice to see it on this figure. We also get a full 360 at the waist. The legs can kick out to 45 degrees and bend at the knee. If you did have the original and you're just a collector, then don't really bother getting this, as it's just a simple repaint. But if you really want to get this figure and it stands out to you, and like me you have missed on the original, then I'd say definitely get this variation because it is a fantastic figure. It has so much posability and I absolutely love the War Doctor. So on to the Dalek Scientist. Now in comparison to the original, I actually prefer this one because if we have a look at the packaging, you can see this promotional image of the Dalek. You can see that the hemispheres and the dome have been given a silver tone with a tint of blue. And I can see where people were going because on the original it was a very silver colour, so they've improved upon that. So well done to B&M, you've actually improved on something on this Dalek. So yeah, as you can see, it's a very dirty wash over the top of the silver with a slight tint of blue. Mesh that goes all the way round, which has just been given a gold colour, same as usual. Have the bronze base tone like any other new series Dalek, which has a very dirty wash applied over the top, which is very nice and accurate. And then we've also got the hemispheres, which are fantastically done. And these are painted very nice and crisp, like with the War Doctor. Domites have been given this dirty wash, which is a very nice grain effect, and it just brings out this Dalek in variation, and it just makes it so much better than the original. Turning to articulation, the eye can move up and down. The head can do a full 360, although mine's quite stiff actually. And the gun and the plunger can do a full 360 as well. And of course, it's on wheels, so it can go up and down, side to side, whatever direction you want it to go. So overall, what do I think of the set? We get a beautifully painted War Doctor figure, which is such a nice addition to the collection, which I would recommend trying to get if you want to. And then we also get the Scientist Dalek, which is not that different from the original, but the only real differences are the blue tint to the hemispheres and the dome, which really brings upon it and just makes it look a lot more accurate. But if you have got the original, then probably give this one a miss, as you're probably already satisfied with the original, so you don't really need to buy this for £20 and get it again, really, because there's not much point. But if you really do like the War Doctor, then I would recommend trying to get this set, as it is a beautiful one, and probably my favourite of the Dalek sets released this year. So, I hope you have enjoyed. Subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Goodbye for now.